Alright, let's continue on with one of the more challenging ones, double replacement.
Ooh, here comes trouble.
Not so much. So we've got one compound and another compound, which is going to make two different compounds. So we first need to recognize what are similar. So aluminum and manganese are both metals. Sometimes I like writing the charges up top just so we can kind of get an idea. So ClO4 is 1 minus. Aluminum is 3 plus. Manganese, we're not sure of, but we know oxygen is 2 minus. So that means this one has to be 2 plus in order to balance it out. So now I'm just going to switch kind of the partners that are there. So aluminum, actually I guess I'll work on it over here. Aluminum with its 3 plus and oxygen with its 2 minus. We cross the charges, gives Al2O3. Come on, 3. There we go. Likewise, we have the manganese, Mn, with its 2 plus, and ClO4 with its 1 minus. So we cross the charges, and that's going to give us 2 of the ClO4s, which we need to put in parentheses. So ClO4, 2. And again, we're not using coefficients to balance these, we're just trying to predict the products. Likewise, we have here, you can always just highlight the metals, and we're going to switch those. Now again, let's make sure we get the right charges. Strontium is 2 plus. SO3, that's on the back of your periodic table, is a 2 minus. Platinum is one of the ones we don't know. However, bromine is normally 1 minus, right? But there's 3 of them, so that's a total of 3 minus, which means platinum has to be 3 plus. So let's work on putting those together here. So platinum with its 3 plus is going to be with the SO3, 2 minus. Going to cross those charges, giving us our PT and a 2 with SO3 in parentheses and a 3 coming from the platinum here. Strontium with its 2 plus and bromine with its 1 minus. Crossing the charges gives me 1 strontium, and with the bromine I need 2 to cancel that out. All right. Evidence of a chemical reaction here. We've got a color change going from clear liquids to a yellow. Now down to our last one. Our last one being combustion. Nice fiery one where we have a carbon compound and oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water. So this is our carbon compound. We won't change it at all. We won't change it at all. Sometimes they might have an oxygen in there. That's okay. It's still a carbon-based compound. This is just going to be paired with oxygen as an element, O2. And this will always produce CO2 and water. So this is one of the easiest ones to recognize and be able to complete because they always have the same part. Evidence of a chemical reaction, light and heat is being given off. Also gases. CO2 is a gas, and H2O, because of the heat, is also in gas form. All right? So this one's probably one of the easiest ones to always get across. So, with our jokes, our final thoughts, what happened to the man who was stopped for having sodium chloride and a 9-volt in his car? He was booked for salt and battery. With this final question, list off what skills you need to have mastered in order to predict products accurately. Look back at each type, because this is going to be critical for our last point when we're correcting chemical equations. Come in with your questions, and I'll see you soon. Take care.